If you missed this game last season between Jackson State and Southern University, you missed one heck of a game, because this game definitely came down to the wire. Because you know what? Southern had Jackson State down in this game and had an opportunity to put the game away. But you know, the Jackson State defense stood tall, and they gave QB Washington Sanders another opportunity to get that ball down the field and start putting them points up on the board. And you know, Southern University, they didn't take too kind to losing that game in the manner which they did. They're looking for some get back. They want some get back this week, guys. They're looking to go ahead and knock that O off their schedule, let them know we gave you guys the first loss of the season. But you know, we're going to break down exactly what Southern University is bringing to the table when it comes to this game this week, because everybody has added new pieces to the team. So let's get into what Southern University got going on over there right after this. You know, it's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in a friend or two and tell me, come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes. We just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get on in this thing, get straight to it. But first, thank you. Thank you all that have been rocking with Coach Walker from the beginning of this journey to now. We hit the 10K, guys. And you know what? I got to come on later on tonight and tell you guys how much I appreciate you. Not only that, it's birthday time, baby. Yes, sir. It's birthday time. We're going to have us a good time. We're going to just kick back, relax. We're going to talk a little trash later on tonight, talk about some games that's coming up. And, you know, just like I said, we're going to, I don't have no hair, but we're going to let our hair down just a little bit. You feel me? But this is the thing, guys. I just got to let you guys know how much I appreciate all of you. Another thing. We hit the 10K. And like I said, we hit that 10K, man. I thank you. I thank you. Because without you, there is no me. But we're going to get into this. We're going to get into this Southern University game right now. And we're going to go ahead and unpack that. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about Jackson State, as well as we're going to talk about the prediction itself. So I'm trying to make sure I get everything together because I got a lot going on. And I just want to make sure I give all this information to you guys in a manner which I need to. So let's go ahead and get on into this thing right now, because you already know there's a lot of conversation that started off before the season even began about how Jackson State was going to play a cupcake schedule. Now we got the season is here. And we've seen Jackson State play all of the teams that they've played, and they played Campbell for homecoming. You had Southern University play all of the teams that they played, and they played Virginia University of Lynchburg for homecoming. So now we got these two teams ready to lock horns because there's no more talking going on. The bottom line is the only talking that's going to show up and show out is going to be on that field. And at the end of when all the smoke clears, we're going to look at that scoreboard to find out who's going to come out the victor. But you know, Southern University has definitely added some pieces to their program as well. They got Coach Dooley over there now, who's definitely looking to bring in that up-tempo offense as far as making sure he's hitting them plays, getting the plays out there and ran within 5 seconds. Coach Dooley ain't waiting around to allow no defense to get themselves set as far as who they're looking to bring out there on the field to try and disrupt what they have going on as far as moving that ball down the field, keep staying ahead of them chains, and putting points on that board. Now, we already know you got Bishan McCray, quarterback, QB1 for Southern University. Now, this young man is definitely a dual-threat quarterback. Got to give him his props on that. But one thing I want you to keep in mind is this. This young man can throw the ball down the field, and he can run that bad boy as well. But check this out. This young man is the leading rusher on the team. So one thing for certain is he's definitely got to make sure he keeps in mind exactly where those spies are on the Jackson State defense that's going to be mirroring him, watching him out there on the field when he decides he wants to pull that ball down and take off and run. Looking at things from a statistical standpoint when it comes to these two teams. Everybody say all the time, styles make fights. But what's crazy about these two teams is the fact that statistically, Southern University is rushing the ball at 5.7 yards per play, which is #1 in the SWAC. Jackson State defense is ranked #1 in stopping the run, in which they're only allowing teams to rush the ball 2.4 yards per carry. When it comes down to passing, Now, this is one thing that Southern University has had problems with before in the past. Jackson State, we already know, is ranked number 1 in passing the ball, averaging 7.8 yards per play, while Southern University is ranked number 3. Pass defense allowed, only allowing 6.3 yards per pass. Now, this game is definitely going to come down to the playmakers. You got QB1 Bashawn McCray would definitely be out there on the field when he's dropping back to throw those passes, looking for none other than Mr. Cassius Allen and August Petrie III. These two young men are new to the Southern University program, in which they're going to come out there and they're going to let it flow. Because you know what? One thing that I've learned about football is this. Whenever you have classics, whenever you have these rival games that teams, play one another, when you bring in new athletes that are not aware or accustomed to what's really going on with this rivalry, they don't really care. All they looking to do is come out there and ball. So guess what? They're going to come out there and ball with clear conscience, letting Jackson State know, hey, listen, we're going to give you guys the business. If your DBs is not up to snuff as far as we're covering us out there on the field, we're going to gas y'all tails every time we take off down the field. And Bashawn McCray let that ball fly. Guess what? It's going to come on into my arms like a roll of tissue, and I'm going to take it to the house, wiping your tears away, tell you, I told you, you should have stuck with me. But this is the thing that I want everybody to understand. We already know Jackson State is definitely going to look to make sure they do exactly that, make Bashawn McCray one-dimensional. They're not going to allow him to get out there and run the ball around all over the field because, again, he can truly pull that ball down and take off and go. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, I'm looking at some things there as well. We already know you got that bad Jason Dumas is on that defensive line along with Mr. Jordan Lewis. Jason Dumas is definitely going to be looking to get out there and disrupt everything that's going on with the Jackson State offensive line, making sure that he's playing on their side of the ball, disrupting anything that Jackson State is looking to do, especially if QB1 is in the backfield, looking to throw passes all over the place, or better yet, if you got Savion Wilkinson trying to run that ball, he's going to be trying to make sure he's that guy standing there along with Jordan Lewis to prevent any of that from happening. The biggest question mark that has always been out there was the defensive backs for Southern University. Last year, there was a lot of complaints about the DBs being out there on the field for Southern University. Couldn't they cover? Well, guess what? They got some DBs over there as well that can now come out there and play this season. And they're looking to make sure come out there and let their names be heard loud and clear. Mr. Campbell, Mr. Harris, and Mr. McCray is definitely going to be looking to come out there and shut some things down when it comes to the Jackson State offense trying to get off against that Southern University defense. Mr. Campbell is definitely going to be orchestrating that defense as far as letting them know where they need to get themselves set up on defense to prevent Jackson State from running the plays that, running the plays and getting those big chunks of yards that they love to do out there on the offense, as well as making sure that the defense is ready to hit them gaps, get up the field, slow down Jackson State's offense, as well as put that pressure on QB1, forcing him to turn over the ball. And then on the backside, you got Mr. Harris, Mr. McCray. Those DBs is going to be out there making sure that they're covering those Jackson State receivers, keeping them from getting those passes from QB1. And if by chance one go up in the air, they're looking to pick that bad boy and take it to the house. So, guys, these are some of the things that I'm seeing as far as what we can expect from Southern University this upcoming weekend in the game against Jackson State. Like I said, this is going to be another fun game to watch, and I will be there to see it in person. Trust and believe. So if you see your favorite coach out and about, just say, hey, what up, coach? Let's take some pictures. Let's kick it. Let's have a good time. But, guys, all I know is this. I'm wanting to see a great game while in the vet and have a good time with all of y'all. And just, you know what? Just enjoy some football. That's what it's all about. I want to see how I just want to see everybody get down and do that thing that they love to do. And that is just ball out. Ball until you fall. But you know what? Before I close out this day, I'm going to say this. This game definitely this week is going to be won in the trenches, because if by chance either team's offensive line can get up to the second level and get those linebackers blocked, it's going to be a crazy game. And I'm going to tell you now, you're going to watch one of these teams run away with this game. That's all I'm going to say to you. I've been watching some things go on here and there, and I want to see what type of change is going to happen. Southern University has had a few issues with the offensive line in the past, but they've been able to mask it a little bit because of the fact that Bashawn McCray is able to pull the ball down, take off and run when he's in the pocket. So this is going to be a game I want to see exactly what's going on with in those trenches there, because Jackson State fell asleep at the wheel too a little bit as far as with blocking up front. So I want to see which team is going to come out there and physically be sound when it comes to making sure that they're bullying the other team defensive line to move them out the way, making sure that the offensive line is playing on the defensive line side of the ball. So, hey, y'all tap in, tune in, tell a friend of a friend to come on in. This thing's just getting ready. Hey, we're just getting started with this one here. But you know what? It's going to be a great game. And we're going to get back. We're going to break off part two, which is going to be the Jackson State side. This game is going to be one in the trenches. I'm waiting to see which team is going to play on the other team's side of the ball, on the other team's defensive side of the ball, which that means that they're moving that defense down the field, allowing their offense to run plays, run the running backs, as well as protect the quarterback in the pocket, allowing them to throw the ball wherever it is that they wish to throw it to. So we're going to sit back and watch this game unravel. But I'm going to tell you now, this is going to be another one of those games where everybody's going to step their game up, step their play up on the field, letting you know we left it all out there. And when it's all said and done, there will be no questions. We're going to see who the victor's going to be. But I'm going to bring you part two of what we can expect from Jackson State in this game this upcoming weekend. But until next time, be the one and lead.